A man steps into a room, and it is beautiful foreshadowing. Hello, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to another episode of Betty Adams Overanalyzes. Today I'm going to take a look at the fourth episode of the anime for Kaiju number 8. There are going to be all sorts of spoilers, not just for episode 4 of the Kaiju number 8 anime, but going on, this will probably be season 2 or season 3 spoilers. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers, I'm going to give you some time to click away from this video. Check out the links below the video to get yourself a copy of my book, Humans Are Weird. I Have the Data, a collection of short, absurd science fiction stories. Alright, so in episode number 4, our girl Kikoru Shinomiya just gets the tar beaten out of her by Kaiju number 9. She's in recovery. She's unconscious. She senses someone come into the room and she goes, "Daddy?" And then she opens her eyes and realizes that instead it's Vice Captain Hoshina. They have an interaction, but that's not what this is about. This is a change from the manga. In the manga, we did not see that moment, even though it's strongly implied that it's happened. And of course, the main point of the scene is that our girl Kikoru did not narc on the main character. Very important scene, very telling about her character. But that was not the main point of the scene. I know, I'm talking in circles, but hear me out. Now, we're about to get into some real spoilers going on in Kikoru's character arc. Now, the big character growth moment for Kikoru, it's round about chapter 80 or 90, I can't remember exactly where, was her revealing to herself, her making the self-discovery, that what drives her is the desire for her parents' praise. That praise that was stolen from her when her mother died. And over the course, again, spoilers, she does get some of that father before he dies. And so she has spent her entire life wanting to be worthy of the family traditions. She, of her own free will, and as a part of her inherent nature, took on the burden of being one of the warrior Shinomiyas. And her parents tried to support her in the best way they knew how, but her mom died, leaving her father to bear the burden alone. He maybe didn't handle it so great, but he taught her to be a warrior who could stay alive on the battlefield. And then he dies. And she's been craving that approval and had been dependent on her parents' approval. And there is a battle where Kaiju number 9 is cunning enough and has enough information to take advantage of that psychological weakness. And the way she overcomes it, with the help of our protagonist Kafka, who is the ultimate wingman, the ultimate support guy, is that she realizes that she is not just alone. It's not just her and her parents. It's not just the Shinomiyas against the world. She has a larger community. She has Kafka. She has Reno. She has Mina Ashuro. She has Vice Captain Hoshina. And all of these people, they'll never replace her parents, but she respects them so much that their praise, that their affirmation carries enough weight to satisfy her needs. When it comes to getting the feedback from the people around you to tell if you're doing good, if you're doing right, if you're enough, they are there for her. And that was built up very well in the manga, but this scene in the anime makes it such beautiful foreshadowing. And she's calling out for her daddy, and instead Vice Captain Hoshina is there, and she's interacting with him. He praises her. She's not ready to accept it yet because that character growth hasn't happened this early in the story. But I spent a lot of time whinging about the change in the fight scene that was a bad change, where she does not get the hug from Kaiju number 8. Instead, he does this weird dramatic backhand to fight off the Yoju. And I spent enough time whinging about that. I just wanted to say that this was one thing that was better. This was an improvement over the manga, and I do not say that lightly if you know anything about this channel. But what do you think, my wonderful viewers? Do you think that scene where Kokoro calls out for her daddy and instead Vice Captain Hoshina steps up to be that source of approval, do you think this was excellent foreshadowing, or am I reading too much into it? Leave a comment below the video telling me what you think. I really enjoy hearing your comments. Hit that like and subscribe button, and peace out, my wonderful viewer.
Drake McCarty's leg was shattered, deep in the wilderness. As the flash flood closed over him, something alien pulled him from the waters. A military base that shouldn't exist. An ancient warrior with secrets of his own. Drake returns to his family with a whole leg and the burden of a secret he doesn't understand. In the forest around them, someone is watching, and something followed him home. Flying Sparks. 90,000 words of science fantasy adventure. The first novel in the Dying Embers universe is now available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo by Rakuten, Google Play Books, and from the author as a signed copy. Get your copy now and step into a world where dragons walk the forest, aliens lurk on the mountain, and things go boomp in the night.
Escape into another world with the writings of author Betty Adams. Two worlds, one of utter absurdity, one of dramatic tension, both alike in aliens absolutely astounded by human behavior. Humans are weird, short, absurd science fiction stories. Flying sparks, dragons, aliens, and things that go boomp in the night.
Books available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo by Rakuten, Google Play Books, and at authorBettyAdams.com for a signed copy.